today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The Seahawks sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We can look at this Browns defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down it.
There he goes, right side. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Isaiah Pacheco,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The York on now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Seahawks 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You look at this Browns defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
10 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Short throw to Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Browns 14, Seahawks 7.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. No. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Steal.
First and 10, Thompson Robinson.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a dump off here complete, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
They'll run with the undrafted rookie from TCU, Amari DiMercado. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Thompson Robinson will sneak it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They give it off here to the tight end. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Love the call here. You're deep in your own end. You catch the defense thinking you're going to try and run just to get a little breathing room. Instead, they go play action, and they get a nice completion to get out of danger and get them a first down.
And how about the burst here to begin the drive? Another big gain on the ground. This one good for 17 more. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's...
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is DTR. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. That is caught. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10, Thompson Robinson to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas.
And running with power here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
Thompson Robinson to throw on first down.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Thompson Robinson off of play action.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And down he goes.
multiple defenders in there to drop him. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Field, black. Ready?
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 12.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They got to put.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerron Bentley. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, set. 43 rail. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Bijan Robinson, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Twisting away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 31, Seahawks 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there on the option. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And now an audible here into something else.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on third down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
The give is to DeMarcado.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Play action, now Thompson Robinson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. He's got Smith here.
Finding space at the 40. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Short throw to Dissly. And the ball is knocked out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Cleveland, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss drops them back to 4-3.